Is that the car we're going to shoot today? That's cool. Really, Blue. G318 changed his vest. The new worry-free gem is included. Although the entire appearance of the worry-free gem still uses the outline of G318. However, it adds a lot of details. And the more he plays cross-country, first look at this front face. I named it Punk Metal. In fact, they have a serious name called Tactical Helmet Front Face. The whole front face is what attracts me the most. The most interesting part is its front bar. Then if the front bar is added to this face, it made the front face of the entire car look even more ferocious. What else? A slash has also been added to the closed China network. The front face of the entire car has a more wild flavor. There is also a retractable towing hook at this position on both sides of the front bar. The load-bearing capacity of the unilateral towing hook is almost 5 tons. Look at the top of the cabin cover again. On the cabin cover, you will find one more black plastic plate than the original 310. Well, this plastic board is actually an expansion dock. It has 2 standard interfaces and a reserved port for modification of a 130-watt power supply. Then this provides more expansion for our in-depth players. Then do you see the 4 lights on the roof? Among them are 2 high-beam auxiliary lights. 2 of them are camping lights. What about our 2 camping lights? Its mega sprite brightness exceeds 45 lux. If it is fired out, its lighting range is about 250 square meters. The wheel eyebrows of this car are also 40 millimeters wider than before. The entire approach angle has also increased by 1 degree. It reached 28 degrees. Well, this will ensure that the passability of our car will be better. Then there is also a look at this luggage rack. Hey, have you noticed? The luggage rack in the worry-free travel version is a little different from the luggage rack in our original drama on March 8th. The difference is that its width has been widened by 80 millimeters. Its height has dropped by 17 millimeters. The dynamic load of this luggage rack is 80 millimeters. The static load reaches 300 kilograms. So when we went camping, build a small tent on top of it. Sitting on it, a family of 3 feels like a moving real estate. The 1st and 2nd floors are perfect. Hey, I don't know if you've noticed, when I first saw this car, in fact, what attracts me the most is its wheel hub. The entire wheel hub is completely different from the original 318 wheel hub. This wheel hub is built into a dark blue logo, so now I have come to the entire tail of it. In fact, the biggest difference in the entire tail is that a cover is installed on its spare tire here. In fact, when I went out on G318 during the Chinese New Year this year, one of the most frequently asked questions is why the spare tire of your car doesn't have a cover or a bag to seal it. There are improvements. At the same time, this car still has the qualification of a trailer weighing 1.6 tons. So you can tow your mountain bike, take your motorcycle and your RV out and travel around the world, worry-free. The entire interior design of the gem is also full of hardcore flavor, because this car is very tall. Its height is more than 1.9 meters, close to 2 meters. So it also set up a foot pedal at the door. At the same time, handrails are also set up at this position, convenient for us to get on and off the bus. What about the worry-free travel version? It is also equipped with a panoramic sunroof. This is a skylight, not a canopy. It can be opened. The entire area is also 0.82 square meters, although this car is positioned as an off-road model. But the overall seat comfort is still very strong. First of all, the hardness of its seats is moderate. It won't be particularly soft. Secondly, whether it is the front seat or the rear seat, they all arrange for everyone seat ventilation, seat heating, and massage functions. There are also a few points here. Look, there is actually a leg rest here. Well, this car, he also created a large space. The length of the entire vehicle itself has reached 51 and 25 millimeters. The wheelbase has also reached 28 and 80 millimeters. Its horizontal housing acquisition rate is 61%. The vertical housing acquisition rate is 68%. So now let's take a look at the condition of its trunk. The trunk is open to the side, and the volume of the trunk is 818 liters. Then its space can be expanded. The seats in the 3rd row can be completely reclined. After they're all down, its volume is 1707 liters. Then if you want to turn it into a bed cot, only 2 are needed. Actually make it into a bed? There is also a 2nd way to put the front row down. It can be completely connected to the 2nd row of seats. Put it on the mat and make the perfect single bed. Therefore, G318 has also made arrangements for everyone in the surrounding ecology. For example, things like mattresses can be used directly by everyone. It perfectly matches the G318 seat. Christmas G318 worry-free entrepreneurial version of this model, regardless of its exterior design, or in terms of its space, functionality, and practicality. Put it on all square box-shaped car markets on the market. These are all very, very outstanding questions. How popular will this car be in the market after its pricing? That will be in April. This car will be available in April. By then, everyone will have the answer.